Good evening. Hi, this is Unitha L. Muhammad, and I'm so glad that you joined me tonight on my evening reflections with UL Muhammad tonight. Today was such a great day of reflection. Thank you for joining. Oh, Pastor Omar's joined. Thanks. And I had to share. Actually, Pastor Omar inspired me. He did a Periscope, so you got to check him out. He did a Periscope under Omar A. Muhammad about an hour ago about, grace. And so definitely check it out. But he inspired me to lead my own scope tonight. I just finished listening to, a great scope from Dr. Monica, Monikah, Uganda, which was so inspiring about women in leadership, and she just took things to another level. Hello, Brian. Oscar, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Give me some love. Tap the screen. Tap, tap, tap. Thank you for joining me tonight for this evening reflection. So I wanted to talk about, seizing the moments of the day, because what happened for me is, before I get started, where are you from? Where are people from? I'm here in Los Angeles, California. Put your name, type in your name and where you're from, and I'll give you a shout out. But so make sure, give me some love and type your name and where you're from, and everyone can share and see where we're all located on this scope. But I was thinking about today. It started off the morning where I had someone share about knowing that you have enough strength for each day, and so that God gives us just enough strength for each day, and that we have a measure of strength for each day. It's almost like if you're a person that knows scripture, it says, give us this day our daily bread. But she was talking about the scripture that talks about God gives us the strength that we need for each day. And it was just very profound, very enlightening with that. And then later on, I started thinking about it, and I was thinking, part of our anxiety, part of our worry, part of our fear is when we're trying to take issues from yesterday and issues from the past. Thank you. So Pastor Omar from Gardena, he's from Gardena. Thank you for sharing. And we add them on to today and to the present moment. And that's when we feel overwhelmed. But if we're in the present moment, we're not overwhelmed. We have exactly what we need. But when we start taking the stresses, the issues, the things, the future issues is what we perceive. It hasn't even happened yet. It's just what we're perceiving. It's thoughts that we have about our future that's causing us anxiety. So let's be clear about that. And then number two, we're taking the issues and the cares and maybe the blunders, the mistakes, the hurts of the past, and bringing it into the moment, and that's causing us stress. But the scripture said that we get the strength for each day, which means when you're trying to pile all this other stuff on, you're just overwhelmed. It's too much because you have the allotted strength for that day. And it just made me think, you know what? We have to depend and trust on our Creator and know that the Creator supplies us with everything we need. We don't have to stress. We have exactly what we need in the moment. And I hope that people get it like I got it, because it was like, so I can lighten my load. I don't have to stress. I don't have to worry. And that a lot of times the worry and stress is coming from I'm on overload. I'm on overload. And I'm not in the present moment, because in the present moment, there is peace. Thank you. What is it? Shamon Stroll joined. Thank you for joining the scope. And so we're just having reflections of the day with me, UL Muhammad, from Core Work with UL Muhammad. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm under Core Work ULM. So it's Core Work ULM. You can like my page. You can join me on Instagram, and I have daily inspirational quotes. I do the daily inspirational quotes, but what I really do is I help people heal from the inside out. I do core work. We do the inner work. And so that's what I do. I have clients, and then my husband and I, we do premarital and marriage counseling. So, I'm really around counseling and inner healing and transformational work. And so when we know that we have the strength that we need for the current day, then it's like a resting in that. And I think that's where we find our bliss. That's where we get in our sweet spot, as some people say. The sweet spot is when we realize everything we need is provided in the present moment. Things get out of whack when we're in the past or when we're in the future. And I believe in what I work with my clients is the only time we go to the past is for reflection, for healing, and for growth. But we're not going to stay in the past. We're not going to live in the past. We're going to heal from that. We're going to move on, and we're going to get you in the present moment. Because a lot of times we're stuck. We're stuck in our little boy, our little girl, our teenage boy, our young adult, wherever, some type of trauma or some type of situation that happened, and we're stuck. And so the work that I do is helping people get unstuck from that and to get clarity and to get the things that they need for their lives. And so I just wanted to leave you with this word because it was just revolutionary for me about knowing that we have the strength that we need for the current moment. And then when I heard Dr. Monica's scope, I thought it was revolutionary. Another reflection about we have the cellular memory and the cognitive memory. And when hi, Rich Auntie, thank you for joining. We have the cellular memory, and then we have the cognitive memory. And the cognitive memory goes back to when it begins at the age of 3 or 4. And then the cellular memory is the historical. It's the family. It's the things. So basically, when you think about the historical, it's the things that could have happened generations or in past lives. And you're reacting today from something that happened there, and it's in your cells, it's in your body. So you're reacting to things that sometimes that's happened, centuries ago, happened through your family line. And then also the cognitive is when you're reacting from a previous memory or a previous, when you're like 3 to 4 and something happened and it's that way. So that was revolutionary for me because sometimes we are reacting to things and we're like, why do I feel this way? Or why, as she used the example, why, I'm not speaking up in this board meeting, but it's a cellular thing that's coming from some type of oppression or something that happened in your past. And so we have to be cognitive of that. We have to think about that and understand that there are a lot of things going on that sometimes is beyond this present moment, but that's why we have to do our work. Because the truth is, when we allow ourselves to be transformed, to be healed, to be set free from our own personal bondages or bondages that people have put us in, that's when we thrive. That's when we are in that sweet spot. That's when we're in our bliss. And so I just challenge you who are on this scope, as I did this evening reflection, to get to a place of healing. Tap into people who are healers and people who can help you go to the next level. Because if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're depressed all the time, if you're angry all the time, go to someone who has the gift and the calling to be a healer, because they will help you get to places and spaces that no one else can. Not any advice, not any, anything else will help you. Sometimes we think it's if I work, if I have sex, if I eat, if I do that, those are just dealing with symptoms, but you're feeding symptoms. But the work I do with core work and what other healers do, we get to the core. We get to the heart of what the issues are so that you can be transformed. So today, I hope you were inspired like I was inspired today, because even when you're a healer, you are always, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm always getting revelation. I'm always being inspired. And those who inspire, we need people who inspire us. So if you're out there doing the work, find someone and connect. Don't be a lone ranger. Find someone that you can connect to who can inspire you. And then also, if you're someone that you're feeling stuck, you're feeling like you want to go further, but you don't know how, you don't know why certain things are repeating or happening in your life. Why are you always in conflict with people? Why are you always fired from jobs? Why are you constantly cheating on someone? Check out a healer. Check me out on coreworkulm.com. coreworkulm.com, or anyone who can be a help and a blessing to you, because life is so much better. Life is so sweet when you have done your work. So this is Unitha Muhammad from Core Work with UL Muhammad. And as always, I wish you peace and blessings. Have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.